This is harder than Jell-O. I think this is the toughest one yet. You're looking for a stump. You got a stump. This is all in a league of its own.
I'm Sohla.
I'm Ham.
This is a show where we take a mystery ingredient and turn it into a menu,
Yes.
a dinner and a dessert. Cornflakes are a good ingredient.
It lends its way very easily to like both savory and sweet dishes. Cornflake, it's a building block.
Is it a bag inside of a bag? Cold. Popsicle? No. Frozen and smooth. Is it frozen or is it just very cold? No, it's definitely
No, it's frozen. It's like hard. They feel like a bag of frozen cell phones.
Is it like a bunch of Hot Pockets? No.
Are they Hot Pockets? Did you give us Hot Pockets? Don't you dare.
It is just loose Hot Pockets.
You did it, you monsters!
They're just free.
Did you just get this from somebody's trunk?
I hate this one.
I have never had a Hot Pocket. I grew up in Qatar to Egyptian and Bolivian parents, so they believed that food like this was not food.
I did eat Hot Pockets, a lot of them.
2 minutes in a regular microwave, 3 minutes, 10 seconds in a low wattage.
And then let sit 2 minutes, then fold and lock bottom flaps of sleeve.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm lost already. I have no idea how to prepare this. Why is there origami involved in my snack? I think once we eat one, because yes, you've had a lot of them, but when's the last time you had a Hot Pocket?
Like last year.
Oh, was it last year? 2 days ago. Oh, that's terrible.
Hold on, let me get some napkins.
The good thing though is that the crust, I think we can scrape it off and like do a lot with it. It seems pretty malleable. There isn't a lot of garlic flavor. There isn't
Did
a
you
lot
try
of
the
herb
filling?
flavor. The filling is like the toppings on a $1 pizza slice. Like that kind of sweet, that sweet tomato sauce, that super low moisture mozzarella that's really, doesn't really stretch like a fancy mozzarella. It kind of goos. I wonder if you can blend it with some starch and turn it into some kind of steamed noodle. And then turn the filling into some kind of XO-ish type sauce for those noodles.
Add dried scallop and shrimp.
Add dried scallop, so add ginger, garlic, scallion, dried
How do we do that
shrimp.
in an hour though?
Boiling water. Timing wise, I think it can work. And just food process all of it and then just fry it all down. And then finish it with the filling, because that can't really fry with the rest of it and it'll burn.
Hand-torn noodles.
With hand-torn noodles, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So blend that into, and then have it on like some kind of sheet and then steam that. Dessert. Can dessert be an ice cream made out of that, put inside, cut it open, scrape the inside, make an ice cream sandwich?
Turn the filling into the cake.
Yeah. Oh, not the I don't think the filling should be in the thing at all.
You don't think if we add like cherries and chocolate?
Cherries and chocolate. Oh, maybe.
Let's do a Black Forest cake.
Oh, perfect. Okay, that works.
It'll be like a cherry crust mousse, and then we could do whole cherries in there too.
Yeah.
And then soak the cake with kirsch, top it with whipped cream, do the shaved curls, and it's a Hot Pocket.
And it's a hot pocket dessert and dish.
How do you guys feel about that?
You guys are mean with this one. The high you're feeling off of cornflakes has really taken a nosedive.
You want to try to do steamed torn noodles. That's a noodle. That's a noodle. Whoa. And then we have our, what are we calling this?
Pepperoni XO?
Hot Pocket XO.
Hot Pocket XO.
Hot Pocket XO. Dessert. Black Forest cake.
Black Forest.
How did we end up
Have you
here?
made Black Forest cake?
Not for this show, but when I was a pastry chef, every menu had a Black Forest cake.
A different iteration
I just
of
would
that.
always find myself with Black Forest cake. So I guess I'm gonna go for 3 layers of cake. Look at us, how did we end up here?
Turning Hot Pockets into Black Forest cake.
We have a weird life. These are some cherries, pops of cherries. Whoa, there's a cherry, there's a cherry. The whole thing gets iced. And then chocolate shavings. Whoa. And then whipped cream rosette. Okay, this is fun now. Yeah, what do you think?
That sounds good.
Cover it with whipped cream,
Chocolate and cherries.
shavings, do the dollops, and we did it. And no one would ever suspect that it was a Hot Pocket.
I think this has the potential to be the biggest disaster.
This one's bad.
It's like-
we might just like have no food. You ready? I guess. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Hello. I will be separating the Hot Pocket. The Hot Pockets are thawed, and they are separating more easily than I thought, so that's cool. I'm seeing some delicious chunks of part skim mozzarella, a nice thick tomato sauce, marinara, and pepperoni. And that's gonna turn into cake. Maybe. It's like I'm breaking down a protein, you know?
How many Hot Pockets do you think you'll go through?
I think we're gonna use most of them because ham needs a lot of filling for the XO because it is gonna get cooked down and reduced.
Yeah, so I'm adding the dried shrimp and I'm adding the dried scallop. So usually like what you want to do is you'd want to soak both of these overnight and then steam them. The shortcut for this is going to be I'm just going to simmer them together, and I'm hoping that they'll soften enough that I can process them. Then we're just going to lid that and then just let that go.
Hello.
Hi, I've joined you on this journey.
Hello.
Do you think you're gonna eat Hot Pockets after this?
No, of course not. This might have ruined those childhood memories for me. Something about pulling it apart and scraping out the insides. So thank you for taking that joy from me.
Those golden memories, after school memories.
53 minutes. So I got butter and coffee to get the devil's food cake base going, and to that I'm adding the traditional addition of Hot Pocket filling.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at that.
Amazing. And to that, yeah, and let's add some chocolate to that. This cake is based off of Stella Parks's devil's food cake recipe, which is one of the best devil food cake recipes there is, and I'm ruining it. So I can't wait to tell her. I'll text her all about it after.
So you're finishing the XO with the Hot Pocket?
Yeah, that's gonna be like my main. I'm gonna cook down all of these aromatics, fry them up really nicely, and then the seafood as well. Once that's really crispy and concentrated, I'm finishing it with the filling.
What do you think that cheese is going to add?
Something that's really nice about XO sauce is like how it's a lot like chili crisp. It's like a crispy sauce that still kind of flows. I think the mozzarella is gonna really gum up the works. Before coming at me, these things should be done separately. Ideally cut by hand with a lot of care and love.
Are you afraid of all the people who are going to yell at you?
That's not XO.
Wow.
There we have aromatic mush. Aromatics are in. I'm just gonna fry this off until a lot of the moisture is cooked out and they start to get a little golden.
I want to get this butter melted, and then it's all going to go in the blender. I want to show you, but I also don't want to get it all over me. Blending meat again. 2 episodes where I have to blend meat. All right.
It's your new signature technique.
I know. 45 minutes. What's the time? Baking soda, baking soda. I saw it. Did I take it already? I already took it. Don't listen to me, guys. It was here all along. Oh, God.
Are you happy with that batter?
Happy is such a strong word.
It is, yeah. I mean, are we ever happy?
Yeah, exactly.
With anything? When was the last time
That's
you
a
were
better
happy?
question. Like, when are you happy? While that fries and the seafood continues to steep, I'm just gonna pulse some of this. I'm hoping to get something like resembling a paste in my noodle batter. All right, we got crumbs.
40 minutes.
So the rice noodle I'm making is rice flour based, and then it uses a little bit of wheat starch and tapioca starch to give it chew and structure. So I'm going to pull out the wheat starch and substitute that with some of the crumbs from the Hot Pocket. I'm not at a point where I know that anything's gonna work out. It's an unsettling place to be. So I'm just gonna whisk this together and then let it sit as I finish off the XO.
Now we're gonna make the mousse with our Hot Pocket crust. I don't know how we got here. I'm questioning like a lot of my choices right now.
This pot is cooking in. I'm gonna grease up this disposable pie plate.
It doesn't taste like a whole lot. No, I'm surprised it's not as gross as I thought it would be. Like, wow. It doesn't taste like anything, it's just a texture.
Hot Pocket texture?
No, just like starchy, like taro. Now I am gonna make a cherry whipped cream.
Is everything going to plan?
You know, it really just depends on how long the cake takes, because it needs to bake, cool, and then I have to cut it. So if that doesn't happen, I'll just like I can just break off a piece of cake. I don't need to layer it. I'll just like break off a piece of cake, put some of this on, shaved from chocolate. It'll be fine. Oh God. 32 minutes.
We did it. It broke down. And now this fries off. And the final component, I'm gonna blitz up some pepperoni and also fry that off to give like another pepperoni base note to help that Hot Pocket filling. That way you're gonna get two different flavors of pepperoni. Pepperoni that's been fried out and cooked really, like for a really long time, and the Hot Pocket pepperoni that's sweeter that we're gonna finish the whole sauce with. You can't smell this, but it smells great in here. Like sweet, but caramelizing, a little oceany.
24 minutes.
24 minutes. The texture's good. The pocket crust made a really nice, stable base. It's not very sweet, but I think I like that. No, it's good. Who freaking knew?
I'm gonna strain out the seafood from this oil and then combine it with the pepperoni. We got some, see how that's nice and crisp? You can hear it. This is gonna become friendly with this. And here we go. We have XO. So I'm just gonna wait until we're closer to serving before finishing it with the Hot Pocket filling. So I just popped a little oil on this napkin and I'm just gonna grease this up. So this is the moment where we're gonna find out whether we're having ramen or these noodles.
Since I'm done with the mousse, I got time. Should I do some other garnishes? Oh, we're gonna fry some Hot Pockets. Did we save any? Cornflakes are the best breading because they fry up light with a hint of sweetness. Not sponsored by cornflakes. These are thawed Hot Pockets that I'm gonna just bread and fry.
Sheet of noodle. Again, traditionally, this is not a traditional noodle, nor is it a traditional XO sauce. It is heavily influenced by these cultures.
And the Hot Pocket lovers of America.
And the Hot Pocket lovers of the world. Do you want to taste?
Uh-huh.
It's like Lady and the Tramp.
Mm-hmm. It's a noodle.
It's a noodle.
I am gonna fry some Hot Pockets and then plate up the cake and the cream. I'm not gonna layer it. It's gonna be just like warm cake with the floof, grated chocolate, cherries. Oh, yeah. When I was a pastry chef, I only did broken cake because I couldn't cut cakes. Is the thumbnail gonna be, could you believe that these were Hot Pockets? Mm-hmm. Cherry cherry water? It's the thing that makes it Black Forest.
So it's like two worlds colliding. The Hot Pocket meets XO. They'll become best friends. Just like a little bit of agitation.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. This is like pretty heavy. So a good amount of spring onion should brighten it up. They're not broken. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
60 seconds.
Okay.
Hey, that looks good, Ham.
Yeah, that's what I'm very surprised. I'm like, this looks real.
It's real bad back here.
Yeah, sorry. We've got 3 plates of food up right now, and it's a complete disaster.
Wow, who knew? I didn't freaking think this was gonna happen.
I think of all of the ones we've done so far, this is the one I was looking forward to the least.
Fully expected for everything to go wrong.
I know we spent most of the time making these, but I'm most excited to try this one right here
Can we eat that?
specifically.
Let's start
Just start
there.
with that.
Wow.
Instagram ready.
Art.
Right there. Art.
Hold on. Wow, you did it. Last minute, deep fried, battered in cornflakes, sprinkled with like Italian seasoning situation. And I was worried about them exploding, so I went pretty hot, like 380.
I mean, it looks great. I'm excited.
It's still a Hot Pocket.
Main event.
You didn't think this was gonna happen.
I just didn't think there would be enough time for anything kind of resembling XO to be made. I was worried that the seafood wouldn't break down, and if there was enough time for that, I definitely did not think that it would also get brown and crispy, but it got to all those places.
And noodles happened.
And noodles happened. They got chew.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah, tastes like noodles with XO.
Vaguely Italian.
Vaguely Italian, like hints of pepperoni. You're like, oh, I'm eating these noodles with XO, and then there's this pepperoni rears its beautiful, beautiful face.
Pop of roni.
Pepperoni.
Okay, chocolate cake. Some of the fat and water was replaced with Hot Pocket filling. And then here the crust was blended into a puree with water, which actually had like a cool texture.
Oh, really?
And that was the base of the mousse, and then I just folded freeze-dried strawberry whipped cream into it.
Is a lot of the structure coming from the crust?
Yeah.
Like, is it oh, that's really cool. It looks like Black Forest. Like if you were presented this.
You got the shaved chocolate.
You got the shaved chocolate, the cherries.
You can't taste the Hot Pocket at all.
No. That kirsch really cuts through a lot.
Yeah, I went.
There's a lot of kirsch in
Maybe I
there.
went a little hard on that.
It's tasty. I think this was a success.
Would you cook with Hot Pockets again?
No. What kind of a question is that? No.
I'm fine with my Hot Pocket free life.